everyone. We are live. Just center ourselves. Oh, good. That's all good. See who's around for a chat. Hey Amelia, how you going? No one had shown up on my people yet. And Clips, how you going? And Drippy, how you going? You guys must have been bored hanging around wanting to see if I was coming on. Yes, I hope you all have had a great day. I've had a pretty good day. It's been, I'm back to my day job tomorrow, so I've had a bit of a break over the summer in Australia, Melbourne, and yeah, it'll be fine. I hope you've, been out there just enjoying the sun. I mean, like Melbourne, Australia today, beautiful sunny day, a little bit of wind out there, but very nice day. There you go. Is that why you call yourself Clips? Because you like movie clips? Did I just work out your secret sauce? Thanks, Drippy. I honestly think, mate, that to be honest, I think there's a lot of people out there like myself and like you guys that are interested in listening and talking about this stuff. But that's all right, mate. School will start up and you'll get into it and it'll all be good. You know, it's you just need to, I don't know, like a lot of people like me, I believe for a long time have kept their beliefs about life very personal, right? You know, because I don't have to really go out of my way to do this. I'm not doing this for fame or fortune. I mean, for me, it's all honestly, it's expressing the things that are true to me. So yes, you know, I believe that the more positive a person is, the better stuff comes back. No, not yet. But you know, around everything else that I believe, obviously, and it's a belief in yourself. It's a belief, you know, that you should be in charge of your life. You should be someone that, at the end of the day, you make the final decision about what you want to do and who you want to be and who you are. I mean, you know, I know as you go through, you know, school and you know, people evolve into, I'll go for it, Bourbon. I believe you've been on before, mate. How you been? Hope you've been well. You know, I was just going to say that even when you're younger, you still have the right to choose the path that's right for you, you know, to do the things that you want to do. Yes, so Bourbon Bandit. And I am partial to the American bourbons, my friend, I must say. What is your question? Are you typing it? Is it a whole story? Well, we'll see. We'll see. I'm not, like I said, not panicked about it at the moment. That would be something we can worry about beyond then. It is, to be honest, it is when you get people that are just trolling and just want to put up rubbish stuff. It is distracting from the talk, right? It is distracting from me holding that constant discussion and keeping my mind, you know, not losing track of what I'm talking about. So, you know, someone take care of that and so on would be good in the future. But, you know, I'm learning my way with the YouTube stuff and how it all works, boys and girls. So, well, Bourbon Bandit, I'm yet to see a question pop up. So, you know, shall I keep waiting? To be honest, guys, I just want to make sure that everyone is happy with where you are right now. It's the number one thing we need to sort out. who we are right now. Are we happy with who we are? Know who we are. So with all your advantages, your knocks, your smooth parts, your rough parts, all your different attitudes and things that you have or beliefs that you have, and everything that you've been through, good, bad, and ugly, you must accept yourself for where you are today, tonight. Whatever time it is, wherever you are, you must accept yourself where you are right now. No, he still hasn't asked his question. So he might have lost his connection, not sure. But yeah, so if you've empowered yourself enough to take ownership of the real you, of the you that's done their best through the years, with your life, the you that's, you're basically taking back your power, right? So I don't know if I've spoken about taking back your power as much as other things to this point, but being who you are, being the authentic you, the you that loves the things that you love, does the things that you want to do, that's just for you, right? That makes you feel fantastic. That's about taking back your power. That's about not doing what other people want you to do because it's best for them. It's about realizing that what's best for you from your heart, having those honest conversations with the people around you that you care about, that in your life, this is what you want to get involved with. You speak to the people closest to you, you be honest with yourself, and you go after those things in your life that matter to you, that make you feel the best you can feel, because that's what life's supposed to be about. I mean, you're here to learn lessons, you're here to have experiences, you're here to enjoy everything that's going on. But that's part of it, right? Learn the lessons that you want to learn through joy. Learn them through fun. Learn them through, good experiences. You don't have to go through hell to learn a lesson. Life doesn't have to be crazy bad for you to have an experience. It can be crazy good to have the same experience and get the same understandings out of that. And I think that's something that a lot of people just don't know, that they've got that freedom of choice then, right? Hey, Ellie, how you going? Been a little while. Hope you've been going well. I remember you. I don't think we always know that we have a choice here. Do you want to learn things in a really fun way, in an enjoyable way, or do you have to go through hard things to get any lessons out of life? No, you don't. I mean, I think generations before us thought that, going through hard lessons was good for the soul and et cetera, but they didn't really act in the way that they felt they could change those things. They accepted them as, that's life. I don't have that control. I've given that power away to something else. Life is happening and I have to just kind of navigate it in the best way possible. But I'm here to tell you that you have a choice. You can change what's going on. If you don't prefer the things that you're doing, analyze yourself. Okay, I really don't want to be doing these things. I don't really enjoy those things. I want to do X, Y, Z. Change direction. Go start working out what you need to do to start to create the things that you want to be doing in your life. It is really that simple, and bringing it back to the simplicity of that is half the battle. When a lot of people get involved in someone's reality, let's say parents and siblings and friends, and everyone has an opinion about what might be right for you as you're going into adolescenthood, into becoming a young adult, that's when things can get confusing. I mean, I remember when I was a young teenager coming into our young adults type age groups, everyone had an opinion about what I should be doing in my life, where I should be going, what would be good for me. And at the end of the day, there are times where when you're young and you're influenced by people you care about. Obviously, your parents, you're always going to be influenced by your parents, but I believe it's good to take advice from everyone, but be true to yourself when you make the final decision on directions you want to go in. Don't find yourself doing something because a parent wanted you to do it, and then you find yourself living for them. You're doing something that they maybe didn't get a chance to do when they were younger, and they've now got you to take on something that really isn't you, it was them. You know, if you know what I'm saying. So basically, make sure you're really clear about who you are. You know, I get back to that thing again where it's like, know yourself in the now. Who are you? What do you believe? What are you doing? Are you happy with what's going on? Are you learning the things that are going to take you to where you want to go? Where is it that you want to go? What do you enjoy doing? Always come back to what you enjoy doing. So if you don't want to work a day in your life, you need to be doing stuff that brings you joy, makes you feel fantastic. That might be mathematics, right? It might be number crunching. Not many people are that type or that inclined, but you know, it could be anything, but you need to really know yourself, right? Know who you are, analyze who you are, decide if the you that you are now is heading in the direction that you prefer to go in. Because I'm here to tell you that you can change that direction at any point in time. It's you consciously deciding, hey, I'd really rather be doing something like this. When you truly know where you are, and then you have this new passion that comes out and says, hey, we want to go here. And that, just the feeling and thinking about that and the feeling that it gives you should be an upbeat, passionate feeling. That's enough to have you try and look at, how do I become that person? How do I bring that into my life? I always talk about, if you're an adult and you've been working for a living and you're supporting your family and, you know, works hard and it's stressful and da-da-da-da, but there are things that you think, I wish I was doing that. Why? I don't get time to do anything in that space. That's something I'd love to do. Find some time. Prioritize your life for you, not in a selfish way, in a self-worth way. You deserve to live and have good things that you're doing, things that bring you passion and joy and make you feel good about yourself. You deserve to have those in your life. So the question is asked, why are you not doing it? Okay, let's think about what we can do to add that into our weekly lives, right? Maybe there's a couple hours on a Saturday morning that you can start some hobby that involves something that you're extremely passionate about. I say, get on with it, jump into that hobby, start doing it. Now, how does that create more positive things in your life? I will tell you all. It starts creating more positive things in one's life, because when you start doing something that you get great joy out of, and you're in a group of people that also get joy out of that particular thing that you love to do, whatever it might be, you have suddenly attracted people to you that are like-minded, that are on the same frequency as what you're passionate about. Attracting people to you in your life direction that are passionate about what you're passionate about, then the wave all joins together, and then all these like-minded people start heading down the same path. Yeah, that's how amazing life can be when you choose to embrace the authentic you, the real you, the you that you don't care what other people think about that you, because that's really you. They're things that bring you great love. They're things that come from your heart. They're things that you and you alone love, deeply love and enjoy and are passionate about. I mean, I deeply enjoy speaking to anyone that wants to listen. Love having a chat, love public speaking, love understanding. Hey, Hogs Backle, I've got that. Hey, Hogs boy, how you going? It is one of my passions. You can all see it. I'm putting it out there for everyone to see. Doing something, the silver and gold's looking good, mate. Wow. Yep, got to say it. Get on board, everyone. The standing by the person that you truly are, being the person that you were always meant to be in this life. Doing the things that you just go, wow, that would be so much fun. If you're not doing any of those things that make you think that way, make you feel that way, you have to be asking or if you're not studying something that's going to take you towards those things, all that stuff, right? If you're not doing anything along those lines, you have to ask yourself why. And you have to decide, do I want to live my life to its truest sense? Do I want to be the most honest and passionate with myself? Do I want to, get to the end of my life and not have achieved those things, not gone after those things? Why aren't you going after those things? Because the only person that will be judging you on what you've done during your life is you. And why don't we all start judging ourselves a little bit more now? It's certainly in life, it's not about judging another soul, but, judgment's probably a bad word. It's having the reflection upon ourselves. Every day, here's something that I say to a lot of people, right? Every day, individuals should find 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes, could be 2 minutes, to quietly sit, find a quiet space and think about how their day's gone. Have you reacted in the way that you're happy with? Have you had good experiences throughout that day? But not to hold on to things, but to analyze them. Give yourself a pat in the back. You're doing the best you can, but give yourself the reflection of, was I happy with that interaction? Did I do well? Oh yes, look, I can do better there. And then let it go, right? Not holding on to energy is very important. It's very important because especially the negative experiences, things that we all go, geez, I wish I hadn't acted like that. I feel really guilty about yelling at that particular person. This situation happened and I got kind of boisterous and and I dropped a couple of F-bombs and away we went. You have to not hold on to that stuff, because a lot of people will go, geez, I wish I'd never done that. And they hold on to it and they bottle that energy. And that's a blockage that becomes a problem later on. Our existence is about flow, right? You have to let go with the flow. You have to let the stuff keep moving through, good, bad, or ugly. Accept yourself for who you are. You are doing the best you can. Do not beat yourself up about one thing that you do in this life. Move on from it. Let it go. If you feel you're holding on to some blockage and then a memory comes up of a past event, thank yourself for the experience. Thank yourself for acknowledge that it happened and let it go. Move past it. Because once you start to let all these low blockages go and you start letting them go on a daily basis, you're telling your subconscious mind, you're telling your higher self, I want more good things coming in. I want more of this. I'm putting out positive. I'm letting go of the negative experience there. I want to change that. I want to keep the flow going. And you allow this circular energy to actually keep on building in a positive way for you. Like what you say and think and all that type of aspect as well does project and create what's coming next. When you have blockages, you stop that whole flow from happening. So it's important to own who you are, accept who you are. You don't have to heal yourself. You don't have to actually do any of that. You just have to accept that you did the best you could and let it go. Yeah? Be a clear vessel and then start with your new understandings, start putting out more positive thoughts, right? I want these things to happen for me. I want to act like this because I want everyone to act like that for me. What you do is a reflection of who you are. Take conscious control of what you say and what you do. Many of us do not do that at all. Many of us just talk badly at all times, thinking that, we're playing games, doing whatever, we're throwing out curse words, we're screaming at others. It might be in gameplay, stuff like that, but you're actually creating a very hard situation for yourself, right? You're basically creating situations that you don't want to create for yourself. You want to accept who you are, and you want to keep putting out very positive comments and attitude so that all comes back to you. You create your own reality. I mean, when you act a certain way, when you talk to someone in a really positive way, don't they necessarily talk back to you in that positive way? I mean, it's not rocket science, everyone. It's actually quite simple. Treat people the way that you want to be treated, and your world will transform for the better. People around you in your environment will start being happier and friendlier and just naturally feel better around you, because that will be the projection that you're putting out there. You control your reality. You can be the shining light for others. You can talk to them about what you're doing, like I am with all of you guys. You can say, all I'm doing is I believe what I put out is what I get back. And so I'm going to try and be even more positive, because I believe that'll help create a lot more positive things in my life. Bang, simple. It's not rocket science. It's understanding that like attracts like. So why would I want to act really badly? I'm only going to attract other people that act really badly. If you find you're surrounded by, people that carry on in a real negative way, and you're in the situation where you act that way to be accepted by them, well, you're going to keep on attracting those people. You want to change it? You change yourself. The only person in this world you can change is you. So we jump on that and we go, right, I can change myself. Who am I right now? Let's know who I am, and let's have a vision of who I want to become. What's the person I want? What life do I want for myself? You have the choice. I'm telling you now that you have the freedom of choice to choose what you want for yourself, right? There is no one out there that can control you unless you give them your power. And in life, we unfortunately, as human beings, we are giving our power away to so many things without realizing it. Think about the media. Think about the internet. Think about all the things that people say you got to look like, you got to do this, you got to act like this to be accepted, you got to be like this. Every time we say, oh, we'll look a bit more like that because that's what everyone's doing, you're giving your power away to one opinion, someone else's opinion. You're giving away your uniqueness, your authenticity, who you are. Who cares what you look like? You're perfect. Every single one of you is perfect the way you are, right? We're unique sparks of love and light in life. Hey, Jerry, how you going? Good to see you. That's life. Life is embracing who we are. It's not, well, it is hard because a lot of people don't do it. A lot of people constantly are trying to change their appearance, act a certain way, all to be accepted by their friends and society. But if they're friends, I do remember you, Jerry. Yes, you are very welcome. I hope everything's been going well. Hope life's been treating you well. I hope you've been projecting a lot more positive out there to transform your life for the better. We need to own our own space, right? We need to take ownership of our own space. And, that's the key. Don't worry about what's going on the internet. Don't worry about what's going on in the media. Don't worry about what's happening in different parts of the world as a general consensus. How are you feeling? The only thing that you as an individual should be really thinking about is you. Am I feeling good about me? Am I doing everything in my power to be the best version of myself I can be? This is what I say I think a lot of us should start to try and spend 2 or 3 minutes a day quietly thinking, just quietening the mind down, going into a quiet space for a couple of minutes and just really think about yourself. Have you had a good day? Analyze your day. You don't have to analyze your whole life, but analyze your day. Think about how you acted. Are you happy with all the things you did? Like, if you didn't like something you did, that's okay. Don't hang on to it. Don't bottle it up. No, that's not what it's meant to do. Analyze it. You did the best you can in the situation. Move on. Let it go. You are a perfect being that of love and light that is here to learn and expand and grow from your experiences. So have the experiences and let them go. They're not all going to be positive and upbeat. There's going to be some experiences that don't go the way that you thought they would go. That's what life is. That's the exciting stuff about life. That you don't know what's around the corner, right? You don't know what's coming. But life is what you make it. It is what you make it. You have a say. Okay, here's a little thing that, I don't know if any of you have ever heard of this, but so it's another thing kind of helps to you to break down the walls that you create your own reality, okay? It's like another little test that people can do. So when I used to have to go to a supermarket or a big shopping complex or whatever, right? Like a big Westfield in Australia or a Walmart in America or something like that. Big complexes where it's always busy and it's a Saturday and you can never get a car park. 15 minutes before you leave, close your eyes. Imagine a car park right where you want it, at the complex where you're going. You know it's busy, don't worry about that. Imagine a car park. That car park's going to be available for them when I get there. I'd love that car park. Thank you very much. Put it out there and hold the image for about, 20 seconds, then let it go. And then hop in your car and then off you go to the shops. When you arrive, see if the car park's available. Because I used to do that all the time. I haven't done it for a little while actually, but I used to do that little technique a lot of the time. And the car park would just be there waiting for me in a busy environment. You create your own reality. When you want something, put it out there. Sometimes you need to give the universe a little bit of time to adjust things around to create that spot. But that's why I say, give yourself 15, 20 minutes before you leave to put out the projection. But, and don't put any other thoughts into it. Don't put negative beliefs in like, it's probably not going to happen. If you do think it's probably not going to happen, then you've just ruined the creation because you've put a negative on it, right? So try those little things. See if they work for you. But you've got to quiet the mind, put the vision out there. That's what I want. I'll be leaving in 15 minutes. It'll take me 10 minutes to get there. That's what I'd like my higher self, my guides, whoever you want to project it out to. But your higher self is you anyway. It's the you that you're trying to become. And when you get to that point, another higher self gets created. So was I laughing? Sorry, Jerry. I laugh a lot, but they're techniques to try, right? Because if you don't try these things, you don't break down your own belief walls and barriers and so on. That there's different layers of belief that each of us carry, and if we don't break those down, they still keep limiting us to a point. So you want to keep, You want to keep breaking down those limits, right? You want to keep on, I create my own reality. Yes, I can believe I can create this. And then once you prove that, you go, well, if I've created that, now maybe I can create something a bit bigger. And what you find though is as you try and create something that's more outside the norm. Harold, how you going? Good to see you, mate. Welcome. When you try and do something that's a little bit more bigger, that's when beliefs can come up that don't believe that you are going to be able to do this. Because at the end of the day, your beliefs do control what you allow yourself to create. So you want to eventually be able to expand those beliefs to be extremely positive, extremely broad, and not be limiting too much that you're trying to do. All right? But that's personally working with you. Like I started at the start of tonight saying we need to really look at who we are and where we are in our lives, right? Where we've come to. The only thing that exists, everyone, is now. Now is the only thing that exists. It's the only thing that will ever exist. Yesterday was the now when we were there, but now it's yesterday and it doesn't exist because we've moved past it. We only ever experience now. So basically, it's the now that we keep changing, yeah? And it's our beliefs that change. As we change our beliefs, the now and the reflection of our reality changes with it. So connecting with who we are and what we believe is very important to actually transforming our lives. our realities, right? Because we have to actually be able to get the reflection on ourselves. At the end of the day, that's the key. Quietly thinking about who you are, right, Harold? I keep saying your name, Harold. It's all good, mate. Jerry and Harold, very nice. So it's really about taking the time, guys, to think and focus on who you are, right? Talking about that a bit tonight, but obviously there are reasons why that is. We need to really take the time to analyze ourselves. Once you know who you are, what you believe right now, then you know what your limitations are. And then you can know, if I want to transform myself into this version of myself, I know where I am and what I've got to bridge to get there, right? But unless you know who you are now, very hard to go somewhere else, okay? So very much it's about embracing you. It's why I talk about go after the things in your life that make you feel good, right? If you like riding horses and you haven't ridden horses for a while, why not? Go and ride a horse. If you like race cars, or you like should I say dirt bikes or whatever, and you haven't been dirt bike riding for years, why not? If it's something that you pine over, that you miss, why aren't you involved? Maybe not riding the bikes, maybe you're there helping all the kids set up to do weekend tournaments or whatever happens in those areas, right? I'm just throwing out different ideas that we have to be honest with who we are. We're living this life, right? We're living this life. And it's a good life, right? It's an exciting life. I mean, no one really knows every answer to life. We come into this world as a perfect baby. We get programmed by all these people that raise us and supposedly they know what they're doing, but we all know better, right? That everyone else is just winging it anyway. And then one day we'll leave this planet and then we'll analyse what just happened. We need to take the time to work out what's going on for ourselves, because the answers to life are not out there, everyone. They are actually within ourselves. The way you connect with who you are truly is to quiet the mind, not necessarily meditate, but quietly sit and think about you, right? Sit and think about you. I know that sounds a little bit weird, right? But actually taking the time to pat yourself on the back, taking the time to give yourself a hug. I think I put a short up the other day saying, hug yourself, you know, be good to you. You can't help anyone else if you don't feel good about yourself, you know. People try and help other people when they're not feeling good about themselves, but they run out of energy really fast and things kind of flatline. And it's not the way it's supposed to work. We're supposed to be lifting ourselves by doing the things that we love to do and showing everyone around us. That's what you need to do, guys. Just what do you love? Start doing that. It's all going to be different for everyone. That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of all of us. We're all individual pieces of the puzzle. We all lock together to make this magnificent picture, which is human existence. And then beyond that, the existence of the universe and the galaxies beyond, and, you know, how big is it all? It's too big for any of our brains to comprehend at this point in time, I can tell you. But one truth remains. We all come from the same place, and we're all going to eventually one day go back to the same place. So why are we not treating each other the way that we'd like to be treated? Why do so many people hate each other out there? It really does upset me that we can't just see each other as brothers and sisters of the human race at least, and embrace each other and be good to each other, and at the core just, you know, just want to have good lives. I mean, I think everyone just wants to have an enjoyable life and have great experiences, and I think that's what everyone wants. I don't think there's anything more to life than that, right? I think it's just about being the best version of yourself you can be, and that's what I'm talking about. So I'm one voice that's decided, you know what, that's the message I want to put across. Be the best version of yourself you can be. Appreciate you, Jerry. You know, I think it's a really, you know, I can talk about lots of different aspects to life, as you guys are well aware. But it's really about embracing you, go easy on yourself, right? I mean, you want to feel connected in life, then take time to breathe, take time to center yourself, take time to look in the mirror and say, you're perfect just as you are. And I appreciate you and I love you. So especially guys have a lot of trouble doing that. They feel funny about it. It's the way a lot of, especially of my generation, have a lot of trouble. They won't even say it to their own kids, right? So it's a powerful thing to do, to be vulnerable, right? To be vulnerable, to open up your emotions and be true about who you are, how you feel, what you believe. Because that's something that I'm doing here. That's something I'm doing on my little YouTube channel. And I'm saying, guys, if you like what I talk about, please, you know, pass that on. Start to add a couple of things into your own daily routines, right? See if they help. I don't know. Everyone's unique and everyone has their own battles and everyone is going through their own lives. But the one thing I can say for sure is that everyone can do with a bit of kindness in their life. And I say, be kind to who you are. Be kind to yourself, right? Take that time to say, I'm doing the best I can. And Craig is here saying to you, you're doing a great job. Don't ever forget that. You live forever. You live forever. You are immortal. Be excited about that. That's exciting. That's exciting, right? So you might not remember the whole you, right? You might not lock into all that at the moment, but know that everything is always going to be okay for you and everybody else that you care about, everyone on this planet, everyone in this universe. We are all experiencing life in our own way and expanding upon that, right? We are doing a great job at it, right? There is no place that we are going to get to and we've achieved it all. No, there's no platform. We already have the golden ticket, right? I say that a lot. We already have the golden ticket. The golden ticket is that you exist forever. Your consciousness will not disappear. Yes, your physical body in this reality will deteriorate, grow old, and you will move on at some stage. But at the core, your essence, your life force, your consciousness, 150% I know that we go on and that we will keep on learning and growing. I mean, if you're worried about, you know, living one life and that's all there is, don't. It doesn't make logical sense for starters. Think about the babies that live for 6 months and then they pass, or even 10 days, then they pass because of something goes wrong and they cross over again. Is that the only life they're ever going to live? That makes no sense. It's not logical. We don't live one life. It's not logical. We live infinite lives. And there's too many experiences, there's too many examples that you can look at from other people that just go, thousands of people, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people have had these different experiences. And Jerry, it was lovely to see you. I'll see you on the next live I'm on, and you take care of yourself, all right? Ariz, how are you, mates? Good to see you. We will, mate. We'll see everyone. And we can see them now, but again, that's a vibrational thing. Like how I talk about lifting your vibration. The world is lifting its vibration, I think, at the moment. We are going through some type of vibrational change on this planet. It's a pretty exciting time here on Earth, I believe, right? Obviously, take what you like, chuck it where you don't like. But I think as we lift our vibrations, the veil between this world and, let's say, the afterworld is getting thinner. And that means, can you talk to your loved ones on the other side more freely? I believe more and more people will start to be able to do that more and more. It's an ability that everyone has. It's like anything. You can strengthen the muscle. Meditation has a lot to do with it. Meditation and really centering yourself and feeling as good as you can about who you are, lifting your vibration, doing the things that you love to do in your life. They all go along to lifting your vibration so that you're at that resonance that allows yourself to connect with the resonance that we sit on when we cross over. So, yeah, no dramas with all those things, my friend. I think that when you think about a lot of things from the logical standpoint, a lot of them just don't make sense, and a lot of them do. And one of the things that doesn't make sense is that you only live one life. That doesn't make any sense to me. You can't learn anything in one life. Like the amount of experiences that a person would have to understand life and experience overall from every aspect, even on this planet, you would have to live 1,000 lives just to get a reasonable idea of existence and from different angles, right? You can't get it from one angle. You can't. You have to, when you're building a building, you have to look at it from different perspectives on your plan to actually be able to create that. So while we live just one life, we're here living this life, yes, and there's many disagreements or many different opinions about who chose for us to be here living this life. I 100% believe it was ourselves. Connected with the all that is, and connected with our families, our soul families, etc. All those beings that are our closest friends on the other side here. We choose to create these plays to live in, to experience and to grow and learn and understand life from many different angles and perspectives, which helps us expand how we see ourselves. We become a more centered being the more angles we get to see things from. It's quite a massive concept, but it makes the most sense to me. And I've thought about that for a long time. We're multi-dimensional beings, no doubt in my mind. Yes, we're living on the earth at the moment. We're living a life on the earth, but certainly there's not just one realm of beings in this existence. I just can't fathom that either. Yeah. It's a test. Of course it's a test. It's a experience. My latest twist on how I see it, it is like we've created this simulation space, right? So if you've ever watched Star Trek, where they had the simulation deck, where they could go on there and they could go checking out a different world, and it was all simulated. And they go walking through the forest and finding different things and and they'd experience all these different aspects in a simulated safe space. It's kind of like what we've created for ourselves here, that we're in a safe space, because when we finish this lifetime, we go back to who we really are, where we're beings that live forever. So this is a life that we are learning to experience ourselves from a different reflection as such, as Craig, as a Riz, as whoever you are. And then the other lifetimes you experience it from that person's perspective, whoever that person may be. We're all connected with everyone. And that's why I always have that opinion of treat everyone the way you want to be treated, because we're all from the same place and we're all part of the same family. So don't be too hard on yourself through another person's reflection. It is how you respond to a situation. There will always be tests and situations that we throw up in life to see how we react. The more we are connecting with the truth about life and with ourselves, and that we're in alignment with existence and we're not fighting it and we're going with the flow, the more our responses, even in very hard situations, will be way more balanced and positive. Which is hard to fathom, but you're not, once you lift your vibration up, and Tone, nice to meet you, mate. It's once you get that real flow of life, once you stop resisting against everything that comes into your reality, right? Once you accept these things and handle them in with grace and care when they come up, and you be the best version of yourself in these situations, you're not stopping and blocking yourself up anymore. You're flowing with life, and that's when the vibration will go up like this. So, and then your experiences will get more and more and more in that realm of higher vibrational sense. So, no, mate, I'm glad that you enjoy having a listen, having a chat. You know, it's something that I really enjoy doing. Obviously, I'm here, I'm doing it. But yeah, look, life's confusing for a lot of people a lot of the time, and I think at the core, you know, with friends and family around you, when you see someone, this is one of the things that I often try and take notice of with people around me in the world, is if you notice someone that's disconnected, you know, when their things aren't going well for those people, it's often that they've forgotten, or they've never been told that they have the ability to change what's going on. They are the center of their reality. They constantly have been looking outside themselves for the answer, but they've realized the answer's not there, and they become so disconnected away from themselves because they're stretching to try and find what that answer is to fill that void, and they're never going to find it that way. It is really about helping individuals that are a bit lost to say, hey, you know, sit down with yourself. Appreciate you, Anton. I really do, mate. That's what I'm trying to do, though. I mean, and on the flip side of it all, I'm just going to talk to you, Anton, for a second. On the flip side, I want to connect more authentically with myself, more authentically all the time. I want to be the best version, the most heartfelt version of myself I can be, right? I just want to treat people with the most love and grace and kindness that I can. I am not perfect. Please don't ever think that. I've spent many years working on job sites and hanging around very rough tradies, and I've met them all, and I've dealt with them all, and I've been pretty rough at times myself through my life's experience. But I think what gives me a nice rounded understanding is I understand people from all these different parts of human life and what they do and what they go through, and it gives me an idea where I can connect with those different people. Yeah, Dim, how you going, mate? All good. How are you? So it's I suppose that for me, that's a real, it helps me in talking to all the different people that I might come across when I'm putting myself out there like this. It gives me a personal, you know, confidence that, you know, I can understand where they're coming from. But it's being honest, right, Anton? It's being honest with yourself. You can't lie to yourself, can you? I mean, you can, but you know you are. So when I look at it like this, when I get to the end of my life, am I going to be happy that I've done the best I can do? Well, I will be, because I'm going to look at myself and say, I did the best I could. I'm not going to have any hang-ups, and I'm not going to have done everything perfect. But I'm going to be happy that I've given it my best shot, that I've been the best version of myself I can be, and I've used myself as an example for others to say, hey, you guys can go off and be the best versions of yourself. It's not hard to understand where I'm coming from. And that, I think, is something that's taken me a long time to get to this point of, it's a simple understanding, but it has to be authentic. You have to be honest and pure with yourself. Probably not pure. You have to be just authentic, right? You can't lie to yourself. Be the person that you would like other people to be towards you. That's right. And genuinely be that person. Other people aren't going to know if you're lying, but you always will. So, you know, and I think it's important to raise the vibration of this planet, that more of us need to connect with that authentic part of ourselves in the heart. You know, we've all been through hard stuff. We've all lived lives. Not everyone's had I suppose, hard lives. But, I'm sure we've all been through things that you would say, oh, it wasn't a great situation when I was younger and the family was a little bit up and down and, dad was a little bit aggressive with the strap and whatever. But appreciate you, Dim. No, I really do appreciate you, mate. And these chats, I'm happy to talk about these things. I think we regularly need to remind ourselves around how to go about it. And I'm doing it for me as well, everyone. So I'm saying this, but it's really funny, the YouTube setup, right? For someone like me, from that spiritual perspective of, I want to do work or mirror work with myself. I want to see myself speaking positively. I'm looking into a mirror the whole time I'm talking to all of you because I can't see any of your faces. I can see the chat. But when I say be the best version of yourself, I'm saying that to myself. This is something that, you guys can really empower yourself by doing things like mirror work, where you stand there, you brush your teeth, you look in the mirror and you say, I'm doing a good job. Be honest with yourself. And, I'm a good person. I try my best. And you are projecting those positive comments to your higher consciousness that creates what happens in your life. So it would be really important for your life to turn out as good as it can, for you to be as positive as you can when you talk to yourself and when you talk to others, because others are mirror work too. Look at it all like it's mirror work. People you come across, no matter who they are, thank you so much for bringing me that delivery today. I really appreciate you, sir. And the post, oh, thank you so much. No worries, mate. You have a great day. Oh, no, you have a great day too. The reflection comes back. You are showing yourself what you put out is what comes back. You're going to reinforce these things on a daily basis. I'm at the point now where I'm saying, okay, you want to actually take a little bit of time, everyone. If you can give yourselves 2 or 3 minutes a day where you just pop yourself in your bedroom for 2 minutes, close the door, don't have any sound, close your eyes, and just think about how your day's been. Even if you get home at 5 o'clock and from 5 o'clock you get into your bedroom and you don't come out of your bedroom till 5:02 or 5:03, and you have a think about your day and you pat yourself on the back about, I've done my best today. You go through the day. Have I had the responses through the day that I'm happy with? And if there are things that you weren't happy with, acknowledge them, move on from them. But when you acknowledge them, you go, no, I'm going to do better in that space next time. Next time I'm doing better. Don't hold on to the fact that you're told off work, blah, 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 because you were frustrated about something else. That's fine. You've done it. Accept that you've done it. Let it go, because life is flow, right? And then when the test comes around again, hopefully you will respond in a more positive way, because you've given yourself that reflection that you want to do better in that particular space, right? You have to analyze yourself as you go along. You have to set goals for you and become a better version of you all the time, right? It's not about someone else making your life turn out better for you. It's about you transforming your life for you. That's the thing that none of us ever got told. We can transform our lives. We create our own reality. What we put out comes back. You prove it all the time. If you've achieved any goal in your life, if you've set any type of goal and you've achieved it, guess what? It must be an illusion that you're living in to go from not having this goal to achieving this goal, because you've created a different now. Any goal that you've achieved is proving you create your own reality. You don't create 50% of it. You create 100% of it. And that's a great thing too, everyone, because, often people look at it and go, oh, but the bad stuff, I couldn't have created that. Well, you did. And at the time, you didn't know any better. But when you look back on it, if you hadn't gone through that negative experience, you might not have got to where you are today, or you definitely wouldn't have got where you are today. And maybe today is a magnificent, positive position that you find yourself in. That's life. Oh, well, that's very exciting, everyone. I've had a very good chat. I did say to myself I would do about an hour, and we're pretty much there. I want to say just at the end of this, all to all of you guys that are still on, if you haven't subscribed, obviously subscribe so you know when I jump on live. I am putting out more videos as regularly as I can. A lot more shorts and stuff because they don't take long to do. But, you know, I will keep on wanting to show my authentic self because, and I'll come on as regular as I can. Mondays I'm not doing, so that's tomorrow. I won't be doing a live. It's very quiet out there, so everyone have a day off. But, you know, hopefully I'll be on Tuesday, which is a couple of days' time. So, you know, if you have questions or things that go on over the next few days and then you catch up with me on my next live, by all means share, pass on any positive experience you have around changing something for the better for yourself or seeing someone in the family start to, you know, take control of their lives a little bit and feel better about themselves at all. Remember that everyone is on their own level. Everyone is at their own point of understanding things from their perspective. So always let them take what they need, throw out what they don't need. It's going to be different for everyone, and treat everyone the way that you want to be treated, everyone. You know, care about the thing. If you change yourself for the better, everything around you just naturally lifts in vibration, and that can't be a bad thing, right? But I appreciate you, Anton. It's been a pleasure to be chatting. Dim, and who else was on here? I think Amelia and, oh yeah, I think Riz might have gone, not sure. Anyway, you've all been great. It was excellent chatting with you. I look forward to chatting with you all again very soon. Tell your friends, tell them to come along, hear some positive chats, and we'll catch up with you all very soon. All right, take care, everybody.